grid to like
to
showtime. It's showtime.
No, it'd be like Beretta meets West Side Story. Ethel Merman and Beretta star in The Streets of San Francisco with Ethel Merman.
Tonight on the streets of govsradio.com. Special guest star Ethel Merman.
There's going to be a crime here. Are we on?
You did it!
Oh.
It wasn't me! Are we on the air?
Sure we are. We're always on the air.
I am so sorry that I'm being so... I can't help it, Steve. I'm telling you.
I have
can't
never...
tell you,
I'm scared.
Remember?
Tony, I'm scared of this.
Remember
man.
when the show first started?
I'm scared.
Remember? I would have these long days. I'd come here from work, and I would be literally falling asleep.
This is
falling asleep.
Look,
Remember, I
like
would
Jack
get so annoyed.
LaLanne.
My God, Steve, just stay awake for 5 seconds, will you?
It's finally rubbed off.
Stop yawning.
Look at the energy.
But that's right. I decided to just do something about it.
And what have you done?
I exercise.
And look at you now. You look fantastic. Your energy is up. If I could bottle this and sell it on eBay or TikTok, that's where the kids go. Kids like the TikTok.
Is that true?
The kids are very into this thing.
Is that true?
It's TikTok.
Absolutely right.
Yes. It's called TikTok. Now you notice I'm not putting on the phones for a second. I'm having a little ear issue. I don't know. It feels muffled. You ever get clogged in your ear or something like that?
So you gotta do the Felix thing.
What?
Okay, you gotta put pressure in the ear and breathe in and go which is actually true.
What are you doing, Felix?
Because my ears get clogged. I do the same thing. I realized watching the Odd Couple that, oh my God, I'm like freaking.
That's how we.
I'm really Felix. I'm like Felix Unger, but I'm a mess like Oscar Madison. That's very strange. I do these weird things.
We learn. And tell me the Odd Couple is not an educational show.
It's the truth.
And I've learned things from the honeymooners.
How to beat your wife.
Well, wow, Steve. Wow. Oh, my God.
Oh, come on.
That's a little strong.
Come on. You hear what he says to his wife.
Bang, zoom. They wouldn't be able to do that now.
I mean, there's things that he says that are just...
Yeah, I know. It's a little rough. I was watching a couple of honeymooners, and I was like, wow. If it was on today, they would be like, oh, my God. But, no, had a Corey apple.
But can it core an apple?
Zip, zip. I am done. Boys, look how long it took.
Except for the future.
But I am. Look at this. I'm going to don. I'm bringing out
an
old retro.
Are you going back to 24-hour fitness? You working for 24-hour fitness?
I'm not. That's a rumor. That's not been, what do they say? It's not been...
substantiated.
Thank you. Well, you must have spent time. You really went to jury trial.
It's not jury. It's my brain is even more electric. It feels. It's like I'm on fire.
It's like you've had an overdose of Prevagen.
You know, Prevagen. You know, I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a normal guy like the rest of you. I just take a Prevagen and.
Is that that's the Prevagen?
Just so I could get so I could get the edge.
Sometimes,
I love the
sometimes I get confused in the middle of the day, and I take I forget who my kids are.
I had a friend whose father was starting to get dementia, and he would be in and out, but he would always take this Prevagen. And he used to still gets so pissed every time he sees a Prevagen commercial because he says that is such BS.
Yes, it is.
But but it's so funny to hear these commercials. My name is Steve, and I'm a regular guy, and I just sometimes I need something to get an edge, and my mind is sometimes a little dull,
a little mushy. They always put at the bottom, this is like an actor or it's not an actor or whatever.
No, they say, I'm a real guy.
I'm a real guy.
I'm a real guy.
Speaking of real guys, I watched a great Jimmy Stewart movie the other night that I hadn't seen. It was called North Side 777.
I've heard of that.
Really good movie.
Really?
Lee J. Cobb. Jimmy Stewart.
Uh-huh.
And somebody else. It was very good.
It was a really great Jimmy Stewart movie, very edgy, which Jimmy doesn't do a lot of edgy.
Oh, yeah?
It was an Otto Preminger movie, Anatomy of a Murder.
Oh, sure.
My God.
Yeah, good movie.
Wow.
Is that Hitchcock?
I believe I thought that was Otto Preminger.
Oh, you might. Yes, it might.
And
It was a
dealt
Preminger.
with a rape.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So it was very, I think of all people, Eve Arden played his assistant. I mean, really, but it dealt with a very, very iffy subject in those days in the 50s. But very good.
No, that by the way, this is the Steve Squared Show.
It is a Steve Squared
in case
show.
you just tuned in and you just see us just talking about nonsense.
And I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not the usual Steve. I know it's hot out.
What do you mean the usual Steve?
I'd be falling asleep at this time.
No, this is great. I've been waiting for. We've been doing this show. This is our 19th season. We've just been picked up for another 11 seasons.
You know what I noticed? It's been 9 years.
Oh my gosh!
I saw something.
Of
you.
I want to renegotiate with
Larry.
Is that who it is?
I think so. Or Tony.
Yeah, get him in here. Hey, is he here? No. Thank God. Thank goodness. I'll be wearing a pair of cement comedy loafers. Speaking of comedy loafers,
you're pretty on fire yourself today.
Oh, sure. It's Monday.
Really are.
I love Mondays. Me and, what's her face? Who I love, Susanna Hoff.
I was going to say the Bangles, but I was saying...
I go right to her.
Susanna
I go to her. I don't care about the other Bangles.
Do you know who wrote that song, Manic Monday?
Not Susanna?
No, not Susanna.
Oh, I'm wrong.
Tony,
sorry.
You know this, right?
This is insulting. I don't have common
obviously
knowledge. I got to take some Prevagen.
Wait,
hold on. Let me take a Prevagen.
Well, it's not because you need Prevagen. It's just because you have more important things on your mind than things like this.
Actually, I don't. But go ahead. But you're looking it up.
No, I know. I'm just making sure I'm correct.
Well, ask Tony. He knows.
I'm triple checking. I have to get
Tony,
all.
give it to.
Check. You know the
Who is it, Tony? Give it to us.
You want me to tell him?
Go ahead. Prince.
Sure. Yeah.
Who?
Prince.
Oh, Prince.
Who? Who?
I was like, who? Prince?
Here, Prince. Here, bro. Are you doing a Henny Youngman joke or
Who?
something?
Prince?
Here, Prince. Here, Prince.
I didn't know. Yeah, Prince wrote that.
Yes.
Oh, and he didn't want to sing it for himself?
I don't know what the story was. He gave out a lot of songs.
He also gave out the song
Nothing Compares to You. He gave to Sinead.
where he got in a fight with her. He didn't like the way she was doing it. She talks about this story.
Right.
And she said the two of them were chasing each other in his house. And she goes, he was in high heel boots going after her to strangle her. He's like, you're ruining my song. Or he more like, you're ruining my song.
There's nothing better than watching the old Dave Chappelle show with Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories when they talk about playing basketball with Prince at his house. There is nothing better than that.
Did you have a good July 4th? I'm sorry, I just wanted to ask you.
You should watch that, by the way.
I will watch that. I like
Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories.
I'm
Just
going
look
to check
that
that
up.
out.
Because there's two good ones. That and with Rick James.
Oh, love Rick James.
Yes.
So how did
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Do you remember that?
Did you see Fireworks?
So good.
What are we talking about?
Charlie Murphy
I don't
on
know
Dave
what he's talking
Chappelle.
about.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Charlie Murphy on Dave Chappelle.
Yes. Here we are at a comedy club. This is
This
most
comedy.
comedians will know exactly what this
I
is.
don't
It is great. It is hysterical. And it's Charlie Murphy, Eddie's brother, who's since passed on.
yes,
And
yes.
Charlie tells these stories, and they're hysterical.
Shows you how much I didn't even know he passed on.
And they have Dave Chappelle played Prince, and in the other one he played Rick James. It was incredible.
I'll check that. That sounds funny because I like
Okay, go
Chappelle.
ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I like
I didn't
Chappelle.
mean to steal the show.
No, I like. What are you wearing? What's that shirt?
Foo Fighters. You ever hear the Foo Fighters? They're a rock and roll band.
Yeah, what
I
kind of
feel
stuff do
so
they do?
energized,
What are they? What do the kids really like them, huh?
The kids.
The kids really
They've
enjoy
been
the
around
Foo
for
Fighters.
30 years. I don't think they're kids.
The kids really enjoy that Foo Fighter stuff, huh?
I don't know the kids
They
anymore.
really enjoy. Everybody was Foo fighting. Everybody was Foo fighting.
That's why the green light comes on when you're on stage. That's why that
Wow.
little flickering light.
Wow, you know what? Maybe you should work out a little less and eat a little more.
I
Go back. I like the old Steve that just slept in the
Well,
corner.
Let me be
I
honest.
got-
Let me
I
be
got-
honest with you. Let me be honest with you.
Be
when I'm
honest
talking
with
about-
me.
my food, my diet has not been perfect. So I bought some nice chicken breasts.
Good.
And so hopefully tonight or maybe tomorrow, I'm going to
Speaking of
my
chicken
old-
breasts,
the old
boy, what a
meat-
weekend I had.
I got the old meat hammer. You know what do you call that in
Yeah, the cleaver.
pound the meat.
Definitely.
You know,
Of course.
And I got a little
You're trying to bait me, I know, but I'm not going for it.
I,
I know Steve is trying to throw the lob up for
I'm
me to
trying
spike
to
it down.
give you-
No,
You know
no,
what?
you don't need to do that, Steve.
I sit here and I
No, you
stare.
don't need to. You don't need to give me a softball.
Every-
How
every week
insulting
I
is that,
stand here-
Tony?
Every week I stand here and I give you nothing.
First of all, you sit there.
I stand here, I give you nothing when you tell your funny jokes.
Yeah, stutter over that. But I think I have 11 listeners that say otherwise.
And now I'm
I
giving
have
you.
10 and a half listeners that say otherwise.
I'm sharing with you comedy gold. I want.
Pound meat is comedy gold.
You said
really?
it, not me.
I'm sorry. Let me apologize now. I don't know what you're taking. I don't know what your friend is giving you, but it certainly isn't
I'm not
just a
taking
healthy
I'm not
diet.
taking anything. That's it. I saw. I should be eating better.
How
But
was
I
your
made-
July 4th? We just came off a big weekend.
I-
This was America's birthday. America.
I worked on America's birthday.
249 we are. 249 years old. Next year is going to be a big deal.
Well, we'll
I
see.
already shot.
We'll see.
I already got a card.
I know.
I don't want to be last.
I
minute
don't know.
thing.
We'll see what happens.
What do you think? You don't think we'll make it to 250? Steve doesn't think we got a shot at 250.
Who knows?
Nice knowing you.
The show. Well, let me get this. So, you worked on July 4th, but did you have any barbecue? Did you have any?
No, it
just
was
the
really.
rest?
It was
Yeah,
a pretty
mundane.
mundane day.
You had your show.
Had my show, and then I went and did arms.
Now, did you play? Well,
I
that's
did
a
arms.
July
I
4th.
did arms. That's it.
Now that's it.
I bear these arms for America.
Good for you.
What
Wow.
amendment is that? I don't know.
I believe that's Moses said that's the 27th. That was a commandment, not an
That
amendment.
was like one of the 15 commandments before
He got dropped.
he dropped it.
So I did have. You didn't listen to my mom. Really enjoys Lee Greenwood when he sings the.
I'm proud to be an American.
Proud, she really
God
enjoys
bless
that.
the USA.
Now is he still around? Because we were watching it, but I think it was.
He's
it had
very
to be
much alive, I believe. He is on the board of the Kennedy Center of
Really?
the Arts.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow.
The new
board.
Yes. The right.
I'm
the
bored
right,
with
the
it.
right board, if you
The
know,
right board.
as someone we know would refer
Sure.
to that as the right board.
Now I'm very excited because I was. It was July 4th weekend. Now, Tony, did you have any barbecue? Did you have anything going on? What did you do? Maybe I'll get a better answer from Tony.
We did the family thing, and I barbecued, and there were lots of fireworks in our neighborhood. So
Was there?
we had a
There
good
was
time.
a lot of fireworks everywhere.
Look at this.
Yeah.
I got a great headline for you guys. This is about fireworks here. What does it say, Steve?
Fight versus fireworks fizzles.
A
Meaning,
little closer to you.
Yeah.
There you go.
so meaning,
perfect.
what's happening here is they're saying
The police
they're
is-
not even bothering.
Is looking the other way.
It's Purge. It's the movie Purge for 24 hours.
I think it's just
They're not even going to waste their time.
I think they feel this is a celebration, a revolution of some sort.
But every year, no, they said this has been going on for the last 5 years. They looked at the
well,
data, and it's
exactly,
been really
exactly the
Yeah,
last
well,
5 years.
okay. So
That's my humble opinion, but
But
what do I know?
one staple of July 4th, one constant, one thing that never changes is the digestive system of one Joey Chestnut.
Joey's back,
He
though.
was back, and he was better than ever.
Now,
Down 70 and how many? 70 and a half hot dogs. I don't know how you get a half.
last year,
That's got to feel that the next day.
if nobody knows, just to remind
Nobody
everyone,
knows.
he did not do the Coney Island show
Right.
because he signed with the Impossible, whatever you call it,
It was Impossible
non-meat
Foods. Yeah, it's the
company that makes
faux-
Impossible
they make
hot
faux
dogs.
hot dogs, faux
Yes.
dogs.
And
Faux,
I
I'd
don't
have me a
think-
faux dog.
I don't know if it was him. I think it was more Nathan's. Nathan said, "Oh, we don't like that."
Yeah,
at
no, they were
all."
very upset about that.
You know,
Well, because it's a different brand. I would be upset
Yes.
too if I was Nathan's. But then the winner ate like 11 hot. Nobody came to watch.
and so they said, "Oh, well, we're going to do it. It's going to be a big show on Labor Day on Netflix."
yeah. So then they did the Kobayashi because they had the eat off.
I love Kobayashi. He's
He's a
just
good
amazing.
kid. He's a good kid.
Not a kid anymore.
He's not a kid. He's. I mean, so when do you think? I mean, we know as ball players, when you get late 30s, you start hanging it up. You're getting close to the end. You hit 40. That's a long time. Basketball, same thing. In the eating world, where are they thinking that they're starting to get to the end?
GERD.
What does that mean? GERD? What's GERD?
GERD. It's the acid reflux.
Oh, I didn't. Did you know that? You know what GERD is?
Are you kidding? Do you know who you're talking to? I had no idea.
Are you kidding me, guys?
I think you just made that up.
I actually thought he meant girth at first.
That's
Like,
GERD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you GERD?
he's a lot smarter than us.
That's not true.
Oh, it's very true.
I will fight that to the tooth and
No.
nail. Who?
Gastroesophageal reflux disease.
There you go.
See?
GERD.
I told you. He's smarter than us.
That is GERD,
What's your point?
a chronic upper gastrointestinal disease in which stomach content
You would know that. Steve
persistently
would know that like the back of his
and
stomach.
regularly flows up into the esophagus,
You're impressed. I'm nauseous.
resulting
GERD.
I have
in
GERD.
symptoms and or complications.
You didn't know this is now a medical show. We're actually this is the Steve
We're here
Squared
for your
medical
service.
show. We did Prevagen, and now we're doing GERD. We're doing gastrointestinal work.
Symptoms include dental corrosion, dysphagia, heartburn.
That's actually dysphagia.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Adenophagia.
Which I saw them in concert. Man, what a show! Oh man, they were great back in the early '90s.
Of course, the classic regurgitation.
They were good too.
Non-cardiac-
They don't play the old stuff anymore. They got a new album out.
Non-cardiac chest pain. Extraesophageal
That's like saying
symptoms.
jumbo shrimp. How is it a non-cardiac chest pain?
Extraesophageal
Steve.
symptoms such as chronic cough,
Wake me up when you-
hoarseness, reflux-induced
What are you
laryngitis
doing?
or asthma.
Anyway, 70 and a half hot dogs. Joey Chestnut ate.
You're going to get GERD eventually.
70 and a half hot dogs.
Good man.
What? And I've asked you this before at a normal sit down before this new Steve came into effect, which I'm not loving, by the way. When
I'm gonna try to go back to
back.
To old, I don't know why.
I don't
seriously-
like this. This week is it? Stop it. Go back. I like the grudgeony, the unshaved. Look at you. You shaved.
I did shave.
Oh my God.
That
I
was
like the unshaven, angry.
dude. It was so hot out the other day. I just wanted to literally rip the whiskers out of my skin. So I went home and I shaved.
Good man. You notice I have a little.
You have
gruff
a nice
going.
little. You know what?
Just a little gruff.
As I said, I missed the classic. I always call it the classic K.
Classic.
Which was that,
I like that. The long little sideburn.
That little.
That was years ago.
yeah.
I didn't like. I couldn't grow that well.
But you did very well
I
with
tried.
that. That's very nice.
Anyway, so it says here, famed competitive eater Joey Jaws Chestnut, they call him Jaws now, reclaimed his title Friday at the Nathan's famous 4th of July contest. So 70 hot dogs. And the Miko Sudo won the women's. She usually women's. Has a streak going too.
Yeah.
And she's very attractive. Like they're not, you know.
Well, they're trained. They're not,
I got another problematic story here I'm a little worried about. It says here there's a lights out. It says here if you look closely. You know what's happening here?
What's happening?
There's a decrease in fireflies on Long Island.
You want to know something? Here's something that's really funny because my mom was a big reader of Newsday,
Proud
and she was
non-sponsor.
reading the same thing. But guess what? In our backyard,
They're
there
all
are
over the place.
A lot of them.
Well, because kids used to collect them in their jars, right? I used to do that. And I think that finally caused the decrease. It was the children having and enjoying and jarring these things. They couldn't mate. They killed them all. The infestation.
There was a lot of them.
You know,
in
it's the gestation period. Let me throw a couple of big words out there. There's the germane gestation period. 70 and a half hot dogs. Now, that's what I wanted to ask you. How many, if you were sitting down to a plate of hot dogs, what could you do?
I probably
2?
maybe 4 at the most.
You think you can go 4?
I could go 4.
And what brand is your brand of hot dog? Would it be a Nathan's?
It would be Nathan's, actually.
Yeah?
I would get a Nathan's hot dog.
I don't know why they do. Maybe you can answer this since he is the smartest one at the table.
I'm really not. I mean, I just knew what GERD is. and
You're
you
at
guys
least top.
didn't.
You're at least top 3. So if you
It just shows me I'm old and you guys
why
aren't.
did they do the wet bun? Which was also a great show.
I think that.
Why, you know how they eat the hot dog?
I've
and then
seen
they
that.
do
It obviously probably helps
right.
go down the hatch. I don't know how much chewing they do. I think
doesn't
maybe
look
it just
good.
slides right down. They did a great thing on SNL, the Saturday TV Funhouse. You know, the little cartoons, and with what's his name? Who is the Japanese guy? You got the name right.
Kobayashi.
And so they did like the Saturday morning like Kobayashi, like he's a superhero. And so he's fighting these guys by eating hot dogs. And you see him fighting. You get the music loud like manga, like anime music. And all of a sudden everything stops for a minute while he dips it in the water. No sound whatsoever. He's dipping the hot dog in the water.
I know. I see them do that.
It's
Did you ever
hysterical.
watch these? They do the thing. Now, they fight tooth and nails to call this a sporting event. They're very adamant about that. They have the eating
Supposedly they
sporting.
really trained for this.
Yes, I watched the documentary on Netflix.
I mean, look
ESPN.
at Joey. He's not a he's not a fat bastard.
And Kobayashi's in good shape.
And
like
Kobayashi,
himself.
So I mean,
And the
it's
girl
just-
I told you was in great shape.
They're not.
No,
this
this
is not
is-
something you do every. Oh, I'm going to eat like this every day.
No, it's not these like big gavones.
Right.
Yeah. Now I was listening. This is off the beaten path, but I wanted to ask you this. There's a great. I heard this. Why did I hear this? I don't know where I heard it, but it was a great cover of "Come Together," which I'm mentioning it to you boys because I
Okay.
know you guys are huge Beatles fans.
Right.
Aerosmith?
No.
Joe Cocker.
No.
Oh, is it Miley Cyrus?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Tony, okay?
No,
Tony
I-
got gastrointestinal fortitude.
GERD.
He's GERD. Tony, you okay? You got GERD?
It was a good guess. I thought
That
maybe
was a
she
good
did. I
guess?
thought maybe she did.
No.
I know.
No. I mean, and I've heard the ones, the Cocker and the Smith and all those. Cocker and Smith. They were at my law firm when I had that legal battle last year against Larry. I used Cocker and Smith. I still owe them. I'm on a payment plan.
I'm turning back into old Steve now.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Eyes are glassing over.
You look a little glassy. Looks like you had maybe a cocktail or two. Go ahead.
Just takes a line. I have no idea. Aerosmith. I know. I thought of Aerosmith.
And I'm surprised
Robert
you don't know
Plant?
this. It was
Michael Jackson.
No, but he did do.
He did do.
He
Come
did do a
Together.
cover of "Come Together." That's good guesses. I'll give you a hint. It was in a superhero movie. The version was featured as the title song in Justice League.
It was?
And they asked this particular guitarist to come in and play it. And they asked him to do it. They didn't tell him that it was going to be for what movie. They just wanted. Great cover. You got to listen to it. I'll give it up. You're not going to get it in a million years. Gary Clark Jr.
Oh wow.
And
Oh, yes, I've heard that.
yeah, good,
Yeah,
right?
It is good, yes.
Awesome.
How do I blow that?
Tony, get out. You guys are embarrassed. You need Prevagen. That's all. You need a little Prevagen.
Maybe you need a little Prevagen.
You know, Tony, I've been
Tony,
noticing lately you've been
Tony-
forgetting things that normally, they're right
No,
at
lately
you.
I've been
That's a
forgetting.
softball. I gave you a layup.
Forgetting things on my shopping list. I've been forgetting things to do. I've been forgetting great guitar players covering Beatles songs.
But what's
And I
really troubling is when my grandkids come up to me and I don't know who the hell they are. They come up on my knee. I say, "Kid, get out of here." And they go, "Grandpappy." This is troubling.
Speaking of which, did you see that
What's troubling?
that what's his face? Who's the comedian who's Mariah Carey's ex-husband? The comedian.
What? I don't know about this.
What's his name? But he has like multiple children. He has like 12 kids, and he was on a show and he couldn't get all the names of all his kids. He has multiple children from multiple women.
Eddie Murphy?
No, not anymore.
Well, he has a lot of kids.
Oh God.
Look it up.
Who's the, yeah, I know, I can see his face. He was
Yes.
American Idol.
Yes. No. America's Got Talent.
Same thing.
Is it?
Yeah, that guy.
Chris? No. Is it Chris? No, it's not. I'm getting there.
Take your time, Steve.
Nick Cannon. Nick
Oh,
Cannon.
Nick
Yes.
Cannon, yeah. That was worth the 2 minutes to look up.
I'm sorry, Steve.
No problem. You'll owe me that next week.
I don't care because I feel great.
Well, here's something else to feel great about. I forgot to mention it's National Fried Chicken Day.
Is that what it says in Newsday?
No,
Oh.
I wrote this down. It's National Fried Chicken Day.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Now, Steve, why you'll eat chicken? Why'd you eat fried chicken?
I wouldn't eat fried chicken. Did you
Come
hear?
on, Steve. It's not one. It's gonna be. It's just one piece of chicken.
Oh, this is what I wanted
Could
to say.
never
Oh,
hurt
look at this.
you.
I didn't even post this.
You could go back
Never
to
hit
your
post.
into your monk-like status.
You call me monk-like?
Monk. Oh boy, yeah, that's like the.
I got it off.
I don't know why you played that. That's not good.
That's fine. We should play guess that TV show in 2 notes.
I love that boing boing boing.
Oh, this is what I wanted to tell you. This was a little troubling. It says here. Did you go to Stars Rehab or Northwell Help Sleep Disorder Center between the last 5 years? If so, you may have been recorded by a secret camera.
This is a big story.
You've heard this.
Yeah.
It says here, to learn about your rights, you want to. This is a Jacoby and Myers thing right here. You want Jacoby and Myers, or you want big law firm. This ain't Contact Mercer Law. I wouldn't go with them. But it says you may have been recorded by a secret camera. Now, I didn't know that was illegal because I do that all the time to people. So is that not a good thing? Should I stop doing that?
Feds are knocking on the door.
They're not going to. Well, it's a good thing the feds don't watch the show. They're not a big fan. Feds are not a big fan of the Steve Squared show. So I'm fine.
Now, I know you don't like to talk about baseball too much. Well, maybe.
Talk about anything.
But did you see this? I didn't know this happened. But I did see there was a
fight?
There's a little tuffle in the crowd at Citi Field. Mm-hmm. Some Met fan was saying bad things about Anthony Volpe, and the father of Anthony Volpe.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Took some.
He was at the game.
Yes,
the father of Anthony Volpe.
So there was a press release. Is this real? Is some New York Mets press release?
That must not be real.
The New York Mets announced today that Michael Volpe, the father of New York Yankees shortstop Anthony Volpe, has been banned from Citi Field.
No, that's not real.
For life.
That's not real. First of all, that's Steve. Why don't you check your resource before you put something out on the air?
Steve, this is a news show. This is an entertainment show. You know what?
Yeah, but if we stand for anything, it's truth, justice, and the American way.
No, Steve, you understand what's fun.
Superman's coming.
Things that are fun.
Supermo.
Things that are fun. Like movies. Movies are fun.
Movies are fun.
Bad press, fake news is fun.
Hey, this is pretty exciting. I thought you might like
the fun book in Newsday. That's fun.
Look at this is fun. Do you want to do this with me? It says here there's a junior apprentice program. It says come experience the life of an 1800s child. So you'll live as a child did in the 1800s. You see this? Look at this. This is good. You see? You go down to the old Bethpage Village Restoration. Right. They'll probably not let you have a cell phone because I don't know if they did in the 1800s. So what I would do is I would switch. I would get an 1800s child and put them in today's world. And which do you think? Oh, be careful. You're okay?
Yeah, I missed. That was a close one. That would have been bad.
That was close. Sticky. Sticky.
It's not sticky. It's diet. So it wouldn't be
okay.
Sticky.
Well, so you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. So which way would you like? You go from 1800s to today? Or do you think it would be... Which way do you think would be harder or more amazing? If a kid from the 1800s was put into today's world, or if we were put into the 1800s, had to live as a kid. Kids couldn't live in the 1800s now. Today's kid, too soft. Too soft. They couldn't do it.
No,
they wouldn't want
to. Some adults couldn't.
I couldn't do it.
Couldn't live like kids.
No, I wouldn't want to get up at the crack of dawn and milk the cow and walk the pig, whatever they did back then.
And you got to. And you got to remember.
What?
And you got to remember.
National Fried Chicken Day.
Kids.
Are you a wing guy or a breast? Or what do you like?
Remember, kids back then weren't treated as kids. You didn't really have a life. As soon as you got to be 5 or 6 years old, you were doing work. So you really, you didn't have a childhood like what we think of childhood. You were just a little person basically. And I just see the picture here of the guy with the big radio on his shoulder.
So this is pretty interesting, Steve.
Yes.
It says here, bring it on. They're doing this big casting call for pets. So there's an agency here where you could bring your dog or your pet. It says Colleen Wilson, CEO of Pets on Q, a Los Angeles-based animal talent agency that represents more than 20,000 animals, including 100 in Nassau and Suffolk counties. This is fantastic, Steve. It says sometimes they just want a regular headshot, but sometimes they want to see your dog doing something personable. And you can get your dog. See, like this person here is showing her. She's playing with her Frisbee and dogs like that. So if you have I think Astro would be great for a horror movie. Like some demonic horror movie.
Sure.
Something like that.
What about your sister's dog?
I couldn't control that dog. No, that wouldn't be able to. They wouldn't be able to do one scene. But I'm saying, so they're saying, so everybody does dogs and cats, right? I saw this, and that's why I bring up the pig, because there is a, where is it? I just had my pig. Where did I lose my pig? I had a pig, Steve. Well, these two guys are on Prevagen, right there.
Look at them. They're having fun at the Bristol.
What is that? The Bristol.
It's a
Bristol,
assisted
Connecticut?
living.
Oh, okay.
They have a few of them.
So they had, yeah. See, like this is Martin Short, and that's in the Murders in the Building, whatever he does,
Yeah,
and that's
Only
that's a
Murders.
Long Island dog
Right.
that they use. This woman's dog was picked to be in the scene with
Right.
Martin Short. She has a little pug or whatever. So these are like dogs, big, dogs on the set.
Right.
Very exciting. So
Big
when
dog.
big dog. So
They used to call you Big Dog.
Big Dog?
Big Dog on set.
I'm saying I'm going to get me a pig, and I'll get it represented by an agency because I can't get an agent. But maybe my pig could.
Well, you had people you could talk to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I could connect my pig, and everybody has dogs and cats. But nobody has a pig. So
Why can't the pig be on dumbbells?
well, we could have a pig. I mean, name him. How many movies would you say featured a pig? Let me see if you're thinking the one I am. And
How many movies
how many
feature
movies
a pig?
have had a pig in it?
A lot of them.
Well, name me one. And don't say.
Charlotte's
I
Web.
knew you were going to say Charlotte's Web.
Animal Farm.
Babe.
Animal Farm, Babe. Good. See, here we go. This is a fun
Babe
game.
2.
Babe 2. There was a Babe 2.
There was a Babe 2.
Oh, thank God.
There probably was a Babe 3, probably. Who knows?
It's in the works.
Pigs in space.
There you go.
Now you guys are missing the biggest one. Don't be looking.
I'm not.
Come on, give me the biggest one. Great movie.
The Muppet movie.
No. James Caan, Kathy Bates.
Oh. Was there a pig in Misery?
Oh my God, Misery was the pig. Yes, remember she had the oink oink pig when he
that's
comes in.
Right. That's right.
She had the pet pig. Oh, I think someone's knocking.
No.
Do you want to hear? You know what funny story is? I think of this now because last week was the July 4th, and I was watching the movie 1776. Remember?
Sure.
So there's.
Well, I
a
don't
s-
even- yeah,
there-
well-
well, anyway, there's a scene when John Adams and Ben Franklin are like on the streets of Philadelphia there, and they have all these. It's like a marketplace, and the animals are all over the place, and they had a pig. One of them was a pig. Well, what happens? I saw this on the director's cut. The pig that they used was Arnold Zeffel from Green Acres. Arnold Zeffel.
That was the pig. Yes.
The pig that. So, I mean, this was just a pig in this movie. There was no way. But the trouble they had with this pig, they had demands that this pig had to have like a trailer. They literally had. I mean, can you imagine? And they had like demands, and this pig's only, it's an extra.
Let's do a couple of lines.
This is Arnold
Let's do a
Zeffel.
couple of lines. No. Green Acres is the place to be.
Farm living is a life for me. Land spreading out so far.
I like the Zsa Zsa
and
Gabor
wide.
one.
We'll get to that when we
Oh,
get
I'm
to
sorry.
the
I'm
line.
sorry. I know.
Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside. Dun, 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 dun. New York is where I want to stay.
You'll stay.
I
right,
get
that's enough.
allergic smelling hay. I just adore a penthouse view.
A lot of years.
Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue.
That's too much for you. That's too much TV. Yeah, I've got to talk to your mom
The
about this.
chores.
You were the product. You were. What do they call that? A latchkey kid?
Fresh air.
Steve was a latchkey kid.
Times
He
Square.
just sat in front of a TV till he
You are my wife. Goodbye, city life. Green Acres.
This particular
we
individual-
are
here, let's move on.
da-da-da-da-da-da.
This particular individual was expelled from school after only 4 months.
Ava Gabor.
Not yet. His teacher labeled him mentally deficient. And don't
Arnold
say me.
Ziffel.
Don't say me. He later became one of the greatest inventors in history.
Funny man, Stevie K.
You'd be almost right. Thomas Edison. So these names I'm going to give you is why I have hope and get up in the morning. This is the only reason.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't.
Very good.
This person was pressured to abandon medicine with his father saying bitterly, "You care about nothing but your fantasies." He ultimately revolutionized biology with his theory of evolution.
That would be, God, where's the Prevagen when I need it?
The theory of evolution.
Yes, I know.
You know it, Stephen.
Think of the monkey trial, and William Jennings Bryan was the talking about.
Do you want me to give you the
Oh God! Oh yes, I feel like
Charles
an idiot. Darwin?
There you go.
Thank you.
How about this guy? Fired from a newspaper job for lacking creativity. He then built an entertainment empire beloved by generations worldwide.
Walt Disney.
You got it. This individual's music teacher said he was utterly talentless. You got no talent, kid. He went on to compose some of the world's most timeless masterpieces.
I would say that would be Mozart.
Puffy Combs. No, I'm just kidding. P. Diddy. You got no talent, kid. Oh, I got talent. Yeah. It's on trial, but he's got talent.
Beethoven.
You are correct. And we'll go one more. This individual didn't speak until the age of 4. And his teacher labeled him mentally handicapped. He became one of the history's greatest scientific minds.
Albert Einstein.
Well, they say it Einstein.
Is that how they say it?
I'm trying to get... Oh, here's somebody. This might be good. This legendary creator struggled with basic literacy and declared bankruptcy multiple times before achieving monumental success in the auto industry.
Lee Iacocca?
No, but he does make a wonderful hot chocolate. Henry Ford. And I'll tell you one that I know that's not from my list. And this is one I think I've shared.
Putting down the phone.
I don't need the phone for this one because I've always carried this with me in my soul. Mm-hmm. So this individual was a failed lawyer, failed salesman. He was abandoned by his parents. He had to take care of his little brother until like an age of 17, 18. Then his brother went off to live with someone else. Hold on. This is actually a real person. He failed miserably at everything he tried. He got married.
Nick!
His wife left him and took his kid with him.
Nick from the bar.
No, just hold on. By the age of 65 years old, he went to collect his Social Security check from the government for $65. Mm-hmm. And he said, "This is what my life has come down to. I have a check." It was actually $125. His whole life was a failure. He said, "Everything I've done in my life is a failure. I failed at everything. A husband, a salesman, a lawyer, everything, all of it." And he said he contemplated committing suicide. But he said, "I'm going to take this $125 and invest it in me. There's one thing I do well, and I believe in myself, that nobody can do like I can do. I can do this." Who is this person?
The story sounds familiar, but I couldn't. I don't know.
He is a colonel.
Sherman T. Potter.
Good guess.
Colonel Klink.
No. I'll give you one
Colonel
more.
Sanders.
There
Colonel
you go.
Sanders.
The one and only.
God, you were so infatuated with fried chicken.
Well,
You
that's
talk
what I'm
about
saying. I
fried
put it
chicken all the
together.
time.
I'm putting it together. You see the way I tie things?
Have fried.
National Fried Chicken Day, and then we're doing these stories. There's always a method. You think I just have an abstract brain?
Tony, how many times he mentions fried chicken a lot on this show?
I never
Yes, he
meant.
does.
Do I?
No.
Thank you, Tony. You know what? I've never mentioned fried chicken on this show, and I'll go through all 19-year seasons, and I'll find me saying chicken once. Hey, you must know these. There was a little thing here, Steve. I took for you. I don't want to harbor on it, but they're saying these 4 hyper-local stations on Long Island, AM local radio stations. Do any of these ring a bell to you?
Hyper-local?
WGSM 740?
Yeah, they're
1951.
dead. Yeah, they're dead. There's no WGSM
Have you ever
anymore.
heard of a radio DJ, Bruce Herbert?
I have not.
Seen in 1980, helped keep WGSM audiences informed in Huntington. Oh, how about this? In the early 1960s, WTHE 1520, John Hay, Jock Whitney, publisher of the New York Herald Tribune.
Yes, and of course the
Whitney
same
family.
the same Whitney family as Joan Whitney Payson, owner of the New York Mets.
There you go. See, I tie it together. How about WGLI 1290?
I remember WGLI. Yes,
The Mighty 1290.
The
Did
Mighty
indeed.
1290.
Yeah, they called it the Mighty 1290. Early hosts were Bob Charles, later Robert Siegel of NPR's All Things Considered. Could be heard as far away as Bermuda.
yeah,
Yeah, they
possible
launched in
back then.
1950, adopted a top 40 and became a huge local success. Mm-hmm. The decline had set in November 1990. A Spanish language broadcaster bought it
Right.
for $300,000. That would be if you turn it on your SAP button. You can get it in both languages. And here's one more. WGBB 1240.
Yes, I worked for WGBB.
It does. It says Stephen, well, some past jocks. Stephen the Yemster,
I
better known as Fried Chicken.
I did not. I did work for WGBB.
Do you know Jaws they're doing in concert at the Tiller Center? You can watch the movie, and they're having an orchestra play.
You really do need to see that.
I think we should see that.
I think so too.
It says here, the 50th anniversary of Steven Spielberg's blockbuster Jaws continues to make waves. See the way Newsday does that? That's why I
Yes.
like Newsday.
Of course.
It will be at the Tiller Center, announced that it will present Jaws in concert, a screening of the film. Listen to this, with live musical accompaniment by the Massapequa Philharmonic.
There you go.
You have a Massapequa Philharmonic, and I'm not in the percussion section? How is this?
Why don't you just really? You should be there.
I remember I was on an album because our school was picked. I was a percussionist, and I'm trying to think. Wasn't Jaws, but it was it was some score from a movie. I don't recall. I'll
Yes,
have to
we
bring
were
it
all on the Crest Music label. All of us.
You, one more time.
I was on the Crest Records label. Actually, my friend Rob, Tony,
We know your friend
Rob
I don't know
went
Rob.
into the record store in Massapequa Park, Infinity, and found one of these all county records with my name on the back. And he bought. Do you have one of these? I said, yeah. Do you want this one? I said, I got one already. Hey man, I was at the show already. I don't need to see it. I was a star back then with 200 other screaming kids.
You bring your album in, I'll bring mine in, and we'll let Tony listen to both.
I would love to hear your drums.
Oh, I had a solo. Oh, sure. I was on I have to find that album.
What was the solo? What song was it?
That's what it was. A score from a movie.
Right.
We did, and I had this snare drum solo. It was very good. I told you this was back in really heyday drumming. I was really into it. I went to go see Buddy Rich live. He did a little workshop thing.
Right.
I went with a couple of us. But no, that was a lot of fun. I was watching. Have you been watching these train wrecks on Netflix? They're really good.
You mean like Love Island? Or?
Well, they did. It's
I
called
haven't watched-
Trainwreck, and there was one was the poop cruise. I told you about that. The cruise that went. Remember that Carnival cruise that kind of floated? Yeah. So you got to watch it. It's only 45 minutes. They did the mayor of Toronto, the crack mayor,
Oh, Marion.
whatever his name was. I
Oh
think.
no, Marion Jones was the.
No, that was Chicago. That was DC. No, this was the Toronto guy that
big
made.
guy.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And they had a video of him smoking crack.
Yes, I remember. Oh,
That's what you
yes.
want as a mayor. And then they had on Astroland, which was the Travis Scott
Right.
concert that
Where
was a
that-
festival
that
where
disaster,
a lot of
yeah, it's very
and
sad.
it was terrible. So I don't. What is your thoughts on festivals, both of you? Because you're very into the music scene. I find, and especially at Travis Scott too, where he has a very charged fan base. This is not like a Dave Matthews where everybody's just sitting quietly. This is a enraged fan base that they show the clips. They couldn't even take tickets. They just barreled in.
Right. Yeah.
So you didn't even need a ticket. It was done by Live Nation, And even they had text of Live Nation saying there's going to be trouble tonight. I don't think what should we do? And they were texting back and forth, and they said just go on with the show. It's too late to shut it down. Wow. And
this has been going on. Troubles with these festivals have been going on for a long time, believe it or not.
And the people
not too long after Woodstock, there was Altamont in San Francisco. Rolling Stones played there, and then there was issues. They hired the Hells Angels for security, and that did not end very well.
And what was the one in the 90s? Wasn't there with the fire and everything?
They did Woodstock 1999, which there's been movies, documentaries about. Just horrible. It
was really sexual attacks and assaults and things. Yeah,
it just really was
because you
very
had like
ugly,
2 or 3 days of this
and
mess,
everything
and
that did not represent Woodstock. Could blame it as much on how people have changed as much as the corporate level. There was no water.
Hot.
It was hot. They tried to sell water. That's right. And
there's no bathroom facility. It just becomes this. It's just this terrible scene, but I don't understand how the city or anybody. I mean, I guess there's such politics and money involved that it's like no problem. Go ahead. They know what's going to happen.
Well,
I mean, and they were talking to people that survived, and one girl was like, I felt my chest crushing in. She goes, I couldn't even move. She goes, I felt like I was drowning.
It's terrible.
I saw that.
Like I couldn't breathe.
Do you think they knew that it was going to get to that level of craziness?
They show on this documentary the text back and forth from some of the Live Nation people that were going back and forth saying there's going to be.
Oh, you're talking about the Travis Scott?
Yes. They were saying there's 30,000 we can accommodate, and we're looking at there could be anywhere from over 50,000 people. And what are we going to do? And they said they were texting, go, it's too late, go on with the just let it go. And they showed the text that between the producers, and they said at one point there's always one person that could shut down a festival. It's the producer from either Live Nation or that's running the show. At the end of the day, there's that one person that's in the ear of the entertainer that might say, we got to cut it down. The entertainer can always see what's going on and can start to say, wait, I see trouble right in front of him.
Which he didn't do.
He didn't do that either. Because he has that, so he had to come out with a video. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to my fan. You'll see it if you watch. But it was crazy.
Yeah.
But have you ever been to one of these things? These
I've
outdoor
never been
concerts?
I've never been to a huge festival like that. I've liked to. They're expensive. Now they are.
But you're not even. It's like a first come first serve, right? You have to just stand wherever you stand, right? There's no.
There's usually no seats. You bring a blanket usually for these shows.
There was nowhere for people to be sitting with a blanket. This was people just going insane. But on a lighter note, did the Talking Heads came out with a book? You guys like that, right? Talking Heads.
Who doesn't love the Talking Heads?
Yeah, did you hear about this book they just came out with?
I think I did, but
it's called Burning Down the House.
Oh,
I'm guessing that was a song, right? They got a book here. See this, Tony? Burning. This I thought we might like to play, Steve. We're always looking for sports. There's a new sport on Long Island. It's America's. It's our version of cricket.
And what do we call that?
Wicket. So you see, what they do is they tape the cricket paddle. And there's already a group. There's already a. It's they're called the Franklin Falcons. Can be found under the Long Island Cricket Group.
Wow, that's crazy.
You contribute $5 a session. This is fantastic.
All
Saturday
right,
mornings, 8 a.m. to noon. What do you think? You want to go?
What time?
8 a.m.
I don't know.
Look at that, Steve.
You're yawn just thinking about that.
Shark patrols are up. Oh, you all right there, Tony? Oh, that was what happened. Oh, that was the chair.
Did something squeak?
I thought something squeaked.
I didn't even hear it.
Do you know who Serve the Servants are? Did you ever hear of them? They're a cover band. They do Nirvana.
What's the name of it?
Serve the Servants will be lead guitarist Matt Marcus. So if you go to, I told you about this, South Bay Cinema, $10. I told you this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You never saw a movie there yet?
Yeah, yet.
Steve, unlimited popcorn.
What?
Unlimited pop. Did I stutter? What am I stuttering, John? Unlimited popcorn.
Unlimited popcorn.
It's right.
That's right up your alley. That's for sure.
You know it's.
God, I just.
What do you want?
It's no fun with you. You just need to have a little popcorn when we go to the movie. If we go to the movies,
Even though he wasn't a guest on the show,
right,
Mr. Ballin, you know I like to tell you one quick incredible story.
Okay.
Now this might be a repeat, but I don't think you two heard this, so I'm going to say it. Oh, and Tony, could you do me a favor? Can you flip up that rainbow? I took a picture of a delicious rainbow the other day. It was on July 4th. Beautiful. It was gorgeous. And I'm going to tell you this story. Oh, look at me with the hat on. 24-hour fitness. So Tony queued up that rainbow. So I'll have the rainbow in the background while I tell the story.
There's so many songs about rainbow.
Oh, that's that's a Muppet song that you're doing.
Yes.
Muppet, sure, yeah, of course.
It's on the other side.
Very nice. You're bringing a tear to my eye.
Rainbows.
Or that could be the Prevagen I took. That's one of the side effects of Prevagen.
Oh, it is nice.
Oh, you see that? That's right. Now, do you recognize where that is? That's on Sunrise Highway.
Let me put my glasses on and let me take a look. It looks familiar from where I see it.
Oh, sure. I was heading east on Sunrise Highway.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That is fantastic. Look at that.
See the way I captured that?
That is... Now, were you parked?
No, Steve, I was driving.
You were driving.
Well, it's a red light. You can see it's a red light. I was stopped.
Oh, I see. The arrow is a red light.
Well, wherever I was stopped. Trust me. Steve's always looking to get me in trouble with the authorities. Right? He's always trying to say I'm some kind of reckless driver taking pictures of rainbows and butterflies while I'm driving.
I just drive with you, I know.
When was the last time you were in a car with me? It's been a while.
It's been a few months, yeah.
All right. So I said the story before, but I want to say it quickly again for Steve and Tony. So audience, bear with me. This will be a good time. If you've heard the story, grab a sandwich. This individual, okay? This is in 1978. I believe the individual was 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he is, the individual's name was Timmy. Okay?
Timmy.
1978, I believe.
Sure.
Hey, nice close-up.
And, that's a great shot, Tony. Oh, look at Tony.
Now we're
wow.
sideways.
I'm just having a little fun.
Whoa!
Woo! Whoa! Tony, it's crazy. It's like upside down. Now it's sideways. So listen to this. Not to this. Listen to. I would get yelled at if I did that.
Oh, sure.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Timmy, 25, 1978. Mm-hmm. He's a drug dealer. Right? He deals with marijuana, stuff like that, and he is a drug dealer. And he and his buddy, who sell drugs, they have been meeting up with this guy, Mike Pfeiffer. Now they are finally going to do a drop or an exchange. Mm-hmm. And they plan to do it, because Timmy's not very smart, he decides to do it at an airport where all good drug deals should go down.
Right.
And they do the thing, they exchange it in the lockers. He's got the cash, he's got the weed, they're going to do the whole thing. So he goes up to Mike Pfeiffer and he goes, all right, I gave you the weed, where's the cash? And they finish the exchange. Michael Pfeiffer pulls out a gun and pulls it to his head and he says, you're under arrest. Oh, I've been surveillancing you for several months now. You're going down. And this guy, this individual, Timmy, is facing a 25-year jail sentence, which is a long time.
Yeah.
I know. I faced a couple of those. And, thank you. If it wasn't for Larry getting me off the hook and the good graces of the law firm of Betty Crocker and Smith, I would be doing hard time right now. And I'm talking hard time. I would not do well in prison. Let me tell you this.
I gotta get into details about that.
Anyway, so back to the story. So they talked and they say, look, unless you can give up some major players,
right,
you're going away. And he gives them some names, gets a reduced sentence of 2.5 years. Now, while he's which is a walk in the park compared to whatever. Now, during his jail term, he is entertaining the inmates, and he's a pretty funny guy. And he's like,
I know where you're going.
Do you know? Good.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Steve does. So he's getting pretty funny, and he comes out And he
Right.
says, this is what I want to do. I want to do stand-up. He starts getting some stand-up improv gigs, and he creates a character. A character that works for him while he does the stand-up.
Right.
And he in one of his comedy nightclub gigs,
Right.
he gets seen and discovered. And they said, we're looking to build a show, and that's the character we want to build it around.
Right.
And hence the show gets made, and this individual becomes a star. Do you know who we're talking about? I think Tony does.
Does this particular person go, woo, 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 woo?
Possibly.
I think it's Tim Allen.
You are correct. I didn't get to tell you two that story. I know I repeated it, but it's a pretty interesting story, right?
Who needs this guy? Who's he? What's his name? Mr.
Bowling.
Bowling. We got Mr. K.
I know, but I'm taking his story, so I don't know.
Oh.
No, I didn't come up with that story. I always give proper credit because that's why I'm trying to have this guy on. I want him to, but these stories are great.
How is that his story?
Well,
He tells them on his
that's his whole
posts.
basis of his podcast is telling these. Most of his stories are true crime or these. Once in a while he tells like a little celebrity thing or something like that. But most of them are horrifically horrible true crime or devilish things or really spooky stuff. I don't like to say that stuff. I try to get something lighthearted,
And yes, positive.
something a little, but that's pretty interesting.
I just saw a clip at the Hollywood Bowl. They did same thing. They did Jaws with the orchestra.
Oh, with the orchestra.
Yeah, and the whole scene.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
Now, you have any interest in seeing Superman? Steve?
I do.
You do, right?
Yes,
Tell me why.
because it's Superman. And yes, you know what? I'm hearing the hype.
What's the hype?
Just the talk in the streets.
What's the talk on the street?
Talking that it might be good.
Okay, is that the talk?
I like the cast.
You like the cast? Mm-hmm. And the director, of course.
I sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't.
Now, wait a minute. I got a quick question.
He did direct the Guardians of the Galaxy series,
Yes.
which I do like. Yes.
Now, hold on a second. I got to get to the thing that I wanted to get to.
Let's get to the thing that we're going to get to.
Where is it? Hold on, Stephen. This was a question I wanted to ask you. Mm-hmm. You'd think I would know. Oh, here it is. So, and this is funny because you see how, again, I tie it together. This is somebody's dog right there.
This is a Long Island dog? Are you telling me this is a Long Island dog?
I don't know if this is a Long Island dog. That I don't know. So what year did Superman come out? The original comic strip.
Oh, the comic?
Yeah.
You mean the comic book? Action Comics? 1939, I believe.
I believe you're wrong.
1938.
I believe you're right. It is, yes, 1938. Do you know who the creators are?
Joe Shuster?
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot the other name.
Now, do you know who? Okay, so this is easy. Well, I'll give you a little hard. Obviously, you know who played in the TV series in the 50s, Superman.
Right?
Was
George Reeves.
who?
Who?
Did he commit suicide?
He did not commit suicide. They're saying that they don't believe he committed suicide.
I thought he did. Right? Didn't you think that
I
too?
always thought so, yeah.
I know there's a lot of conjecture that's he may or may not have, but yeah, I guess he did.
Okay. So who played Lois Lane in that series?
There were two people that played Lois Lane.
That's correct.
Noelle Neal was one, and I forgot the name of the other lady.
Phyllis Coates.
You're right.
In the 1950s, ABC Adventures of Superman. And of course, there was the sexier one, the Lois and Clark one with Dean Cain.
And Terry Hatcher.
Oh, that was hot.
Yeah.
That's when Superman went sexy.
Oh yeah.
But you gotta love the suit that Superman had on in the 50s. Man, that was some outfit. Did you see the Ben Affleck movie? That was
Yes, that's actually kind of based on they didn't think he killed himself. But yeah, that was
Adrian Brody, I
Yeah.
think, was the reporter or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Hollywood Land.
Hollywoodland. Thank you. So that's coming out when? This week?
Is it this week?
It's it might be this week. I think. Mm-hmm. I think it's Thursday, right, or Friday.
It might be.
Yeah. So, were you a Superman kid? I mean, did you watch it when
Me?
you were?
Sorry. Were you talking to me? Sorry.
You talking to me?
I was, for some reason, I thought you were looking at me when you said that. Sorry.
I was looking at you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm asking you. Were you a
Oh,
Superman?
I wasn't sure if you were talking to me or Steve. Yes, I was a big Superman guy.
Yeah.
July 11th, the movie's coming out. That's
July
this
11th.
weekend.
That's this week.
July 11th. We should go see it. We haven't seen a movie together.
Yeah, should go see that. Will you eat popcorn before you go?
If you go with me, I'll think about it. Now, do you get butter? When popcorn's made, is it buttered already? How did they do that?
They do put a certain flavor on it,
Okay.
so I don't usually.
You don't add?
I don't add anything else. I might add a little salt, but most of the time I don't add anything to it.
Okay. So you as is. And
Right.
do you get a small, medium, or large?
I get a large because I get a free refill that I bring home sometimes. Because my mom sometimes, mom doesn't want to go to the movies anymore, but she likes to have movie popcorn every.
Oh, so you bring
often.
some of the popcorn home?
Yeah, I'll bring a.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's nice.
I think it is.
That is very nice.
I try to do the right thing.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the right thing would be to bring home something healthy.
Oh my God,
I'm kidding.
Jack! Can you do some Jack? For
What are you doing? Look at you. You look phenomenal. This is the new Steve. Look at you. People have commented.
Yeah, I need to do.
I mean, people are excited about
I
this.
need
This
to-
is the transformation right here live on the show.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
What are you at now? Do you want to say? Can you reveal? Do a weight reveal?
I'm kind of the diet is so, but yeah, I'm like kind
I
of
can see.
bouncing from anywhere from 197 to 199.
So you're under that too.
Yeah.
Wow, you.
I just-
look
I just-
at you. You look lean. You look mean. You look fantastic.
See, that's what I
you look.
that's-
I mean, you should be on Wide World of Sports right now, right? With a rope
I'd
doing
be
tug
in,
of
I'd
war.
be in limbo because
Right?
there is no wide world.
From the great sitcom, the Three's a House. We have Stephen Mandrasina, the youngster.
I just and I just get that Steve K in me. When he starts clapping you on when you
I got the K
when
in
you
me.
coach people.
I got the K in
when
me.
you
I got the
coach.
K in me.
That's
Come
what
on,
I call
coach.
you, coach all the time.
Coach.
Yeah, that's it. I feel great. And then of course I can't help but think Jack LaLanne all the time. you know?
Well, hopefully you'll be thinking more of that soon.
I want to feel better, look better. Hey, mother.
For the new and improved Emster, and as always, the machine of the club, Tony. Thank you, Tonester.
Thank you, Tony.
And Funny Man, Stevie K, thank you so much for spending a little time with us. We'll see you next Monday night, 6:30 on the Steve Square Show. Have a great week. And we're off. Are we? Now that we're off, I forgot. I wanted to just ask you this real quick.